It has been a very long time since I've been here, and it feels so good to be back. Before you say you miss me, I miss you too. Yeah. So yeah, at the title of the video says, so I got questions on Facebook, and I want to reply as follows. So if you're new to Denmark, this is the video. You should not leave. Yeah. So I truly understand that when you get to the country, you have like to process a lot of things, new culture shocks, and also a lot of information and misinformation actually. So you should be aware. And yeah, I'm so sorry that my English has gotten worse after learning the language. Yeah, and unfortunately, my Danish is not getting better, but my English is getting worse. And I also hope that you can hear me. It's a little bit windy today, even though it's sunny day. And yeah, so one question that I've gotten on Facebook is like the tips of learning the language. So for example, if you're on a procedure stay, what should you do if you really want to learn the language? So if you're on procedure stay, for those people who doesn't know what procedure stay is, it's when you have submitted your papers and documents. So you're waiting for the residence permit. You're waiting for the card. So you are allowed to stay in the country once you have done your biometrics. Automatically, you can stay at the country as long as you want, and as long as you are waiting for the answers. So it might take 1 year, then that's fine. You can be in the country. And the good thing is, when you are on procedure stay, you are allowed to travel. That's also one of the misinformation that I got after arriving here. Some people said, "Oh, you cannot travel when you're on procedure stay." That's not true. I remember so you can travel when you're on a procedure stay. So if it's like, if you want to go back to your home country, if you want to travel within Europe, you can travel. But you have to go to the immigration and you have to book an appointment and get return permit. So if you get that return permit, you can travel until 3 months. Yes, and then you can come back, and then you can get another return permit and go again. So you can go back and forth with the return permit, so you can travel. So I'm sharing, okay, these informations are based on my experience and what I did. So I waited for the residence permit for 10 months. So I've been here on a procedure stay for 10 months, but I was allowed to travel. So I was traveling around Europe, and I went back to my home country. But when I came back, I decided to learn the language. And one thing I did was attending free Danish lessons. Yeah, many churches here in Denmark, they do offer free Danish classes. So for example, if you're living in Copenhagen, there's a church called Bethesda. Yeah, so there's these people called the International Christian Center, ECOC, IKC. You can also Google them on the internet, and you can find them on Facebook and then on Google. So you can attend classes in that place. So the building, the church is located in Northport. Yeah, it's in Northport. Yeah, so on Monday and Wednesday, they do offer English classes. So if you don't know the English language and you want to improve your English speaking skill, you can go there on Monday and Wednesday. So they have classes, I think, is it from 10 to 12? And then they have lunch, which costs 30 krona, very cheap. And then later at 2 to 16, yeah. Also in Danish language as well, they do have like Danish classes on Tuesday and Thursday from, I think it's 10 to 12, and then lunch break 2 to 16. And the good thing, when you go there, they also have like Danish language for people who are in the medical field. So if you are a nurse, you are a doctor, you are a dentist, you can also go there and improve your speaking language skill medically, like you get the medical terms. So I would definitely recommend there if you're very new and you are waiting for your residence permit. But other people as well decide to pay for the language school. So if you're under procedure still and you want to go to the language school, you can pay for that. But of course, it's very expensive. Yeah, so if you don't want that, you can opt for free language classes. And also you can go to bibliothèque, like libraries. So in libraries, they do offer like language practice, and most library does. So I recommend whenever you are, you can check your local library. You can just go on Google and check your local library. So if you are living, let's say, in Belelop, you can like Belelop Bibliothèque. If you are living in, let's say, Lumbi, you can like Lumbi Bibliothèque, wherever. There's a lot of and bibliothèques, and you can check in the activity section. They do have like Danish lecture, also sport cafe. So I recommend you go on that. I know it can be so hard if you don't know the language, but I recommend just go there and just listen to the language. You'll find a lot of help. There's a lot of pensionists that works with the Red Cross. They will help you, and I think they will guide you. Even and if you don't know how to ride the bike as well, Red Cross offer like free biking lessons. So you can also check Red Cross close to you. They do offer language classes, and also there are these people called Jesus of Christ Church. Actually, I have they do have many churches in Denmark actually. So I remember I got like 2 volunteers that came from that church, and they helped me with my Danish language. They helped me a lot. At first, they used to come to my place like once a week, and then later I opted online, and then later we met to the library. So they're very, very flexible. They can come to your place, they can come to your library, or you can find a place to meet. They're very flexible, and it's free. So I would recommend you to take that one. It's 2 people, and it's one-on-one, and you're alone, so you get a lot of help. And I know these are not real Danes. Huh? This Jesus of Christ, most of the time, they're not Danes. They are Americans. They are missionaries that have come here for missionary work. So, but they speak good Danish, yeah, and they can teach you basic Danish. For example, greetings, where you come from, like that basic Danish. They can do that. So you can also opt for that. And also, there's an app called Bobear. Bobear. So it's BOLBERG. So this Bobear I found out very late actually. I think I was in module 5 of PD3, where I got to get to know them. It's an app, and you register where you live, your commune, your name, and then in the app there's a section called Spoland. Spoland is being run by Red Cross, and you can create a profile, and you can book a time to talk with a Den. Like, this is the real Dens that they do. Most are pensionists, but of course you can find young people as well doing the volunteer work, and of course it lasts for 30 minutes to 40 minutes. So when you go to Poland, there's like a lot of times that you can book. So you can book the time that's past your schedule. And then when the time comes, you just open the camera and you talk. So this one is online. It's not like face-to-face. It's not like, no, it's online. It's not physical. Yeah, it's not like one-to-one, but it's online, and you get to talk with the real Den. I used to like this because it was very flexible. So whenever I'm outside, maybe I'm at my place, or I'm somewhere else, I can just take 3 minutes off and speak to these people. And they're very nice, and they help you a lot to talk with you. And of course, they can understand your level. So if you're a beginner, you can just speak that thing that you know, and if you're intermediate, or if you're advanced, and you can always choose the topic that, like, maybe I want to talk about politics, I want to talk about the education system in Denmark, I want to talk about this and that. So they're very flexible. I would recommend you to do this. These things I didn't know, I came to learn like later in life, but if I knew in the beginning, I would have opted that. And also there is this website called Edali Lane, like Edali as Edali in English, like len.deco. This one you can get a pensionist van. This one was really nice. You can go to a pensionist van, so you create your profile, and you put your police criminal record, and then where you live, and these people will match you to a pensionist, like a retired person close to you, and you can visit them once in a while, like once every week, like for 1 hour or for 2 hours. Depends. You guys can talk, and you can meet maybe twice a week. So I used also to have like a pensionist friend who was not living far from me. It was like 15 minutes from my place. So he was really, really nice and helpful. So I just went there, and we just talk about life. How have you been? And I could tell, like, I want to talk about the education system in Denmark. Like, I want to talk these topics, and maybe social media. I want to talk about these things. So also that helps. Actually, I will recommend you do this right now. Like, you find a match right now. No, but you cannot actually find a match if you don't have CPR, because that one requires your CPR. But once you get your CPR, I recommend you to register to that, because also can take a long time. And there's also a lot of queue, and also maybe few pensionists. So it can also take like a 6 months before you can find a friend. But I recommend you do it as soon as you get your CPR, so you can get a friend specifically for you, and you visit them once in a week for 1 to 2 hours. That sounds good, right? Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that is it. So basically me, where I was living, I'm living very close to many bibliothèques, yeah. So I knew the schedule. Like this bibliothèque A, they meet like Tuesday, 17 to 18. Bibliothèque B, they meet on Wednesday. Bibliothèque C, they meet on Thursday. So I used to go to this bibliothèque. So these days I will be here, and these days I will be there, and these days I will be there. So also I think that one has helped me to learn the language and to improve my speaking skills. Yeah, and apart from that, you have to try to speak as many as you can. And there's a lot of free Danish resources online. There's a lot of Danish podcasts, YouTube that you can listen. Children's books and children's cartoon, I think, has helped me a lot. In DR, there is a cartoon called Ramajan. Minishang Bashta has helped me a lot with that. Also, the movies with the Danish subtitles, also that has helped me a lot on the daily basis. So far, I can do the speaking very well. I can go to Danish interviews. And right now, I'm doing gymnasium, high school in Danish. I'll come actually, I'll make a video about this program that I'm doing. It's not normal high school, like 3 years, 2 years. This one is 10 months. So it's specifically designed for foreigners that has higher education back home, or you have like diploma and university. So it's just like a lot of reviews, yeah, but in Danish, yeah. That's the thing. And also another thing that I've been asked, it was about like the driving license. So this one I knew quite late, and right now I'm struggling. I wish I would have done it as soon as I came, but of course when you arrived in this country, you have like a lot of things, a lot of things on your plate. You have like big fish to catch, so you don't really think about driving. Like driving come, then you think about driving after 2 years, maybe after 1 year, you know. Yeah, so most of the time you want to settle in with your CPR or with your meet ID, maybe with your medical card. Like you have a lot of things to catch up before you can even think about driving license. So if you once you get your residence permit, once you get your CPR number, you have like 6 months. No, 6 months, 90 days. Yeah, yes, 90 days. You have, is it not? Is it no? I think you have 90 days. Please go and read. You have like 90 days to change your driving license from your country to Danish driving license. So the advantage of this, if you do as soon as fast within the 90 days, then you don't have to wait for a long time. You will get like a temporary driving license. You get like temporary Danish driving license that will last for 3 months. So you get temporary one, and for 3 months you can drive here in Denmark, and then later you can take driving tests, like the theory and practical tests for free if you have Danish, if you have driving license back home. That's the advantage. And if you don't do within that time, like 90 days, then like me here, I had to wait like for 2 years and 5 months. So you have to go to the commune, of course, and submit your driving license, and then you have to wait longer because the commune will take that driving license to your country for verification. Also, that process takes a long time. It also depends on how fast your country is. For example, where I come from, it can take a long time. So I also expect my driving license to be ready maybe 3 to 6 months. That's the disadvantage. It's not as fast. Yes. So you have to go through verification process. But if you do within this 90 days, then it's fast. Maybe it can take 2 weeks or 1 month. So it's very fast. So I recommend you do that. And it only costs like 450. Yeah. That is it. And also, yeah. So somebody has asked me, is it good to do from the scratch, or if you can change it? So I recommend, if you have driving license back home, please change it to Danish driving license. Why? Because first of all, it's cheaper. You just pay 450, I guess, to the commune, and then to your doctor, you think you will pay like 700. Yeah, just for the testing, for the eyes and questions like that. So it's cheaper. And then you take this practical exam and theory exam for free. But if you start from scratch, you have to pay a lot of money. So some schools charge 15,000, some schools charge to 20,000. So if you sum up all the things, so the new driving license will cost you 15,000 to 20,000 if you're starting from scratch, even more if you're starting from the scratch. So you know what to do. And the last question that I was asked was tips of getting jobs. Oh my goodness, I think this is the hardest part. Huh? Yeah, even though Europe has the low unemployment rate, but of course, a lot of people struggle to have jobs. Yeah, especially I think in Copenhagen, where a lot of people are, and people are very, very, very qualified. But I can recommend that you start from the scratch. If you are very new, you can just take up to any job. If it's cleaning job, if it's waitress job, dishwashing, so you get that Danish experience. As soon as you get the Danish experience, it will be very, very easy for you to get another job. So for me, my case, I started with cleaning job, and then I tried housekeeping, which I stopped, of course. But yeah, you can start with those jobs so you get the Danish experience. And I also would recommend to have friends, meet with other internationals, meet with the Danes, networking. Networking plays a vital role here in Denmark. I do hear people say network. So if you know someone and know someone who has a job, then it'll be easy for you to get hired than not knowing anybody. And of course, another tip is to know the language. Once you speak the language, then you expand a lot of opportunities. So you can also do like social thing, because also if you know the language, even the basic Danish, if you can understand, if you can and if you can talk, you can easily find jobs, these caregiving jobs, like you working as a social helper, or you can also work as pedagogue helper. It can be very easy if you speak the language. So one thing I would advise everybody, and that tip has worked for me, just concentrate on your Danish language. As soon as you're concentrating on your Danish language, you can be unstoppable to working with this pedagogue helper, because also they don't require that high level of Danish. You work with kids, and also they will help you to learn the language more. And yeah, I think I have answered your question, guys, and I hope this video will help you. Please give this video a like and share to anyone that you think will benefit with this video, and I will see you to the next one. Bye bye.